Hello, I'm Voya. For those who don't know and who are new to the channel, welcome to My Deep Guide. Today's video is different. I need to talk about something with you guys. I've started doing YouTube videos all the way back in 2017 when Remarkable 1 came out. And by April 1st, 2020, I've already kind of gathered an idea of what I would like this to be, so My Deep Guide was born. I wanted that name to be associated with honesty, quality, and independence in the e-ink side of the tech world. And I'm happy and very proud to say, without any false modesty, that I think that I've achieved that. For those who are regular followers, you know that I keep my private things exactly that. Private. However, today I need to share a portion of that private side because it's an important element to the equation of the title of this video. Why I'm stepping back from the YouTube grind. So what has happened? Well, the type of grind that is associated with maintaining a YouTube channel has changed. The platform itself has changed. Some of my personal things have changed. And as a result of all these changes, my deep guide and my relationship to YouTube has to change. Just to clarify, the channel isn't ending, it's simply changing. There are two main catalysts that basically lead into this change. Number one is my own health. Probably very few of you know this, but back in 2012, I've had an open chest surgery where coarctation of aorta was successfully fixed. I have a big graft here right in the middle, a small bridge here. The problem was fixed and everything was fine, despite the recovery from an open chest surgery being one of the most grueling things and difficult things that I have gone through in my life, but it's absolutely worth it because every step from waking up and becoming that 2.0 version once you've been fixed is better, and better. So that's a grind, but it's a grind with a payoff. Since the beginning of 2026, I've gotten the news that there's a very high likelihood that I might need another open chest surgery in near future. However, there were options and possibilities. Maybe, it can be like a less invasive approach or something like that. Unfortunately, in June, all of those hopes have been completely dashed, and that means that the second sternostomy will have to happen, and I will have to undergo another open chest surgery in about a year and a half or two. And it has nothing to do with the previous operation. Previous operation is all good. This time it's the aortic valve replacement. Yay! As a result of that, I had to do some research to understand the condition and what are my options and things like that. And part of the research when you're dealing with something like this and when you're dealing with a reoperation is unfortunately life expectancy and also bioprosthetics versus mechanical valves and things like that. And it all kind of led into this time aspect of things, that it became very likely that I will probably have to face a third open chest surgery in my life sometime in about 10 to 15 years, depending on which type of valve and how things go. And all the while I'm doing all of this, there's other stuff that's happening personal side that I'm not going to share here, but there's also in the back of my mind the concept of, hey, recovery another time and then potentially even another time. And don't get me wrong, I am extremely grateful and happy that, first of all, I live in an area of the world where this type of operation is not only possible, but actually is done by really skilled professionals, that the medical center is good, that the health insurance is good, that it's at all possible to do all of those things. Those are all absolutely fantastic things. I'm just kind of sharing with you the frame of mind where I've been for the past 7 to 8 months. And the frame of mind comes down to just one phrase, and that phrase is quality of life. And from the quality of life perspective, once you actually get into that, well, you need to recalibrate your priorities, or at least I do. So I started to reevaluate the finite quantities that I have in my life, and they are time, health, and quality of life. And those are naturally now at the top. YouTube model, on the other hand, by its very algorithm-chasing nature, is basically infinite and is a negative catalyst in my life, and as such is no longer going to be a priority. So that's the first catalyst. The second catalyst would be, let's say, the weight of the YouTube model itself. So what does that mean? Well, that means that there's like a systemic toll to a creator who's doing this in the way that I have been doing it. And I'm not complaining at all. These are all my choices. So all the things that I'm talking about and consequences of these things, those are all my choices. I own them. So what is the systemic toll of doing a YouTube tech channel? Well, first and foremost, you get the aspect of chasing the algorithm, where you have the anxiety of maintaining a schedule. In my case, that was a schedule of 2 videos per week. Then you have the mental and emotional load of reading every comment on the platform in attempt to protect the channel's integrity should the need arise. By a huge majority, again here I'm extremely thankful to my absolutely wonderful community, because the conversations, the comments and everything is, again, by a huge majority, really, really positive and supportive. So that's very, very nice. However, there is a small portion of negative side of things, of toxic side of things, and these do stack up. No matter how you filter them, no matter what approach you take to that, once you read a toxic thing, it stays. You have to process it, you have to deal with it. And all the while you're doing all of this, it's an endless cycle. 2 videos per week, 2 videos per week, 2 videos per week, 2 videos per week. A year goes by, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, time is just passing you by, and you're like a hamster in this wheel that doesn't have a beginning or an end. As I've already mentioned, my standards have always been very, very well defined for this channel and what I am doing here. I never rushed content, I always tested as thoroughly as I am able to, and I always prioritized honesty over speed and rushing to the, finish line. In other words, I tried to prioritize quality over quantity, and the viewers always have, and they continue to prioritize and value that as well. And there's data that directly supports that statement. Unfortunately, YouTube as a platform no longer values quality over quantity. And there's data to support that claim as well. My next week's video will be a deep dive into my own channel statistics, where the data itself clearly shows that shift that I've been talking about and when it happened. Because there is a specific point in time where it actually happened. As a part of that, channel model and a personal choice, again, I'm owning this. This was my choice to have honesty, quality, and independence. That means that My Deep Guide does not have sponsors and does not do sponsored content. Unfortunately, that model, as it is no longer financially sustainable or justifiable. Alright, so those are the catalysts that lead to the change in the channel. So what changes, what doesn't change, and how? There will no longer be a pressured cadence of releasing videos, which means no longer 2 videos per week. You can expect 1 video a week, sometimes maybe even less. It all depends on the inspiration, time, and my own capacity. Reviews of e-paper devices will still happen, don't worry about that, and they will be in-depth and in-depth tested reviews still. So the deep portion of the My Deep Guide remains, naturally, but the exhaustive hour-long formats and things like that, that long format is going to be reserved for special case type of scenarios. Content of the channel will shift towards the topics that I personally find interesting and or important and relevant. And of course, it's not going to become random or anything like that. These topics are still going to have proximity to the e-paper world. It's just that the priority is my own personal interest and drive, and not the pressure of what fits the calendar timeline of releasing videos. This is my attempt at pivoting towards a more sustainable model, something that I can maintain for the foreseeable future. most importantly, I really want to thank my community and thank you guys for making it even possible to get to this stage, because, you know, 6 years, 68,000 subscribers, there's almost 13 million views on the channel and stuff like that. And I know there's like enormous channels and things like that, but considering all of these things, I'm really happy and grateful to the community, to a wonderful, wonderful community that has gathered around My Deep Guide over these past years. As I mentioned, next week I will be releasing a standalone video, which is going to be an analysis that will clearly show like what has changed, how it's changed over the years, why the old model broke and is no longer sustainable, and what these numbers from my own tech channel reveal not just about my channel, but other tech channels as well. Because if you do check the general YouTube content, you will find gargantuan channels dealing with very, very similar types of struggles as those that I will be describing in that video. So it will be the how supplement to the why that has been covered in today's video. And once it comes out, you can find the link in the description and in a pinned comment in case you're interested to have that follow-up story. So yes, I am stepping away from the YouTube grind, but I'm just stepping back. I'm not shutting down. Honesty, quality, and independence remain the core mission of the channel. That does not change. The pace is changing. Hopefully the pressure will drop, and hopefully the work of maintaining a My Deep Guide healthy channel will continue on better terms for me personally. Thank you for the years of the support, and yeah, see you in that next week's video.